I know they're wonderful for the world, but they're not good in my world.
No big deal.
Anyway, that is still available. All right, love this. I have a version of this at my house. It's probably the longest running thing I've had at my house because I've had mine for about 5 years as far as my garden.
Yeah.
All I do is I slide move it from time to time around the railing, but this is a railing planter. It's called the Ultimate Rail Planter. This is ideal. If you live in a dorm or an apartment or a tight space or whatever and you want to take advantage of unused space, you simply pop this on a railing and now you can have a garden. And you can have any type of garden, flower garden, herb garden, whatever, and it is not hard to do.
Right, and that's really it, because what this does, this is a little different than your average rail planter, okay? Because not only does it sit on a rail, you can see that's the underside here, and you can see the bottom, and there's actually some drainage ports in here so that your plants don't get root rot. But you'll notice all these little windows here. You've got 16 windows all the way around, okay? So that means instead of like a regular planter box that gives you one side of your plants, you have 360 degrees of plants. And you can actually put up to 19 plants in here. So what you do is you get these little lattice little gates here, and you put your plants in, right? And then you just secure them with these things right like that. They snap in. That's not going anywhere. That's gonna hold your plant in there, and instead of waiting for a season of growth for that beautiful cascading effect, it's kind of cheating because you're getting it with all these plants, up to 19 plants all the way around.
Yeah, the one I have doesn't do that.
Yeah, it's really very clever.
I like the one that I got, but if I was to design one, I would design one like this because mine, first of all, I was out there with a drill because there were no holes in it. Well, they didn't have any drainage holes. And in a strong rain, I'd have to dump all the water out of it. This drains itself, and you couldn't do any of this stuff on the side, Dawn. It was just on the top.
Right, it's instant gratification, and I also like to say it's kind of like an attractive distraction. So if you, maybe you need to paint your house, maybe you need to pressure wash that patio, put that there, that's what they're gonna look at. That's gorgeous. You're getting something that looks like it took a season to grow in minutes because you're able to put the plants at different levels all the way around.
It's already cascading, right?
Absolutely, you're making it that way. So it's beautiful right from the beginning. You could do almost anything with it.
I like that shot because it's a hideous chain link fence.
Exactly.
when you
talking
put flowers on it, it's like, look at that.
See?
Thank you for showing that.
See, an attractive distraction. So you're not looking at that chain link fence anymore. You're looking at that beautiful planter. And you know what else? It's giving you additional height, and also because it cascades down, so that really can create some more privacy. So if you're sitting on your porch or you want to block a window a little bit, you can add that extra height there. Look at that, how gorgeous that is. And it literally takes minutes to do. And you're right, Guy, most of them don't have the drainage in there. And that's really important to have that because your plants need to drain properly, otherwise they're gonna get that root rot, right? So, and another thing that's kind of interesting, because it is a rail planter, and because it sits on a rail, that means, and you've got, your rail thing here, so when you're inside, when you're putting your plants inside, you know what, they're sitting up higher. The ones on the top here, you can put like 3, 4, 5 plants up here, depending on the size, and they're sitting higher because when you plant something, you get it home and you plant it and you're thinking, well, I thought it was gonna be a lot bigger.
Oh yeah.
Well, because it's going in the ground, of course, but this is raising it up.
It's right there, and what's really nice is you kind of come up with wonderful ideas on what to plant in there. You could do with this one, you could actually put little cherry tomato plants on the side, and you could put basil on top if you want to do an herb garden. I did, the first time I always have basil out there, but I did cilantro, which I love doing.
That's nice.
I have Mexican oregano, which is amazing. I have that out there, so whenever I have pizza and stuff, I go outside and I snip off some of the oregano. I love doing that.
Very nice.
Look at this beautiful one that we have here, and this is all, I think this
Look at, there's tomatoes actually on here. This was planted during the last airing, and there's already tomatoes growing there.
How awesome.
And it's a fun project because if you want to even do a seed garden in there, the grandkids come over, you can actually, have them check the progress of the planting.
Look at this one.
Isn't this beautiful?
And see, this is what I'm talking about when it cascades. This hasn't even really had time to grow. We just pop these in, right? And by the way, when you're doing the top, you can get more mature plants. When you're doing the side, probably go for the smaller ones just so the root ball can fit inside there.
16 windows.
You'll be amazed how fast they grow.
And really, the great thing too is if you have bad weather, you can pick it up and bring it inside. So you don't have to leave it outside. And if you're really, really clever, imagine if you put a certain color flower on this side and a certain color on this side. You could change it around and turn it around if you want to. It's really, really something so versatile. And you can put it on the ground if you want.
Love it.
But you know, it's meant to sit on a rail and give you that.
And you can slide it on the rail too. Like I do that with mine from time to time. Also seasonally, because I know the sun, I get about 4.5, 5 hours on my patio of sun, but it moves, you know, as it's going because I'm between houses. So you can slide it if you need to. You don't have to have time. You don't have to do that every day, but I do it from time to time. Plus, I just like how it looks.
I know it looks fabulous, and it's just instant gratification.
All right, listen, great job, Dawn. I love this. I know it was real quick, but I love it. Extra flex available on this. Only $24.95 on clearance, so grab it, and you can only find it here. Great job. Thank you, my dear. All right, hey, listen, we got some great home solutions coming up right after this, so stick around. Here's a little info on Patricia Nash.